John, it's Thursday, which means today we are going to be doing a Smash or Pass, and this is the highly requested Smash or Pass Deck of Cards edition. As you can see, I have worn my most precious jewelry. It looks like it's worth about $2 and maybe some pocket lint. I did indeed spend $17 on it at Spencer's. Yeah, deck of cards people wanted to see maybe has something to do with the fact that I am the second place record holder for Google Solitaire on hard mode touchscreen glitchless. Maybe has something to do with that. And how I was previously the world record holder until it was taken from me. Let's get a move on. People tell me my intros are too long. Right, deck of cards. This template was made by tiermaker.com user Dare, whose icon is a little Pikachu. Let's be crazy. Let's be wild. Let's be weird. Let's start with the 10 of clubs. Hang on, let me get back into the Smash or Pass mindset. It's been a hot minute since I recorded one of these, and I'm kind of forgetting, like, my own standards, and that is an important thing to remember. If you're going into a situation where, like, steamy things might happen, you gotta remember, like, what your standards are, what your expectations are. Don't let yourself get, like, walked over by someone just because you think they're a little hot. Know what's best for yourself. Take care of yourself. Get laid, have a good time, but take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Right. I hope none of you are allergic to peanuts, because this is chocolate peanut butter flavored, so you know, if you're allergic, you might want to click off this video. 10 of clubs. It's a smash. I feel it in my heart that it's a smash. I'm just struggling because I can't really articulate why, but I do feel it in my heart of hearts that the 10 of clubs is a smash. 10 of clubs, smash. 10 of diamonds? Ooh. See, here's the thing. 10 of clubs, kind of like a reliable smash. It's not anything noteworthy. It's not anything crazy, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like I'm not fully in the zone yet. I'm not fully locked in, as the kids say. It's me, I'm the kids. 10 of clubs, a reliable, accountable smash. They call you back when they say they're gonna call you back, you know? Maybe you guys have sort of a system worked out. Like my mom, and no, I can't say that. I can't bring my mom into this. Not her personal life. 10 of clubs, smash. 10 of diamonds, also a smash, but for the opposite reason. They don't give a shit about you, nor do they even pretend to. But it's kind of nice, because in a way you know exactly what you're signing up for. This is the thing about expectations and standards. Like, if you know going into it that that's what you're gonna get, and you truly are honest with yourself and you're okay with it, as long as it means you have a good time, then you know what? Go for it. Like, yeah, smash. 10 of hearts. Now, see, this is the thing about Smash or Pass deck of cards. Like, the hearts, they sort of have this, like, you know, it's a heart. There's a lot of iconicity to the heart. We associate it with happy things, with love. This isn't love or pass. This isn't marry or pass. This isn't soulmate or pass. This isn't spend my life together with you or pass. This is smash or pass. And you know what? Sometimes a great lover is not a great lover, if you catch my drift. I feel like I'm on drugs right now. Now, that being said, this is not about the 10 of hearts specifically. I think the 10 of hearts is a respectable fellow, a respectful lady, perhaps. I don't mean to assume. I don't know, the hearts in general. I don't want you. I say the 10 of hearts I'll say is a smash, but don't get any false, you know, false notions, false preconceptions from this one specific card, because the 10 of hearts does not speak for all of the other hearts, heartly fellows and ladies and in-betweenies. 10 of spades, pass. I mean, come on. Do I even have to say it? I guess I probably do. Slob. The 10 of spades is a slob. I can't talk. I have like 3 unwashed dishes on my desk right now back at home. So, you know, I'm not perfect. But 10 of spades, like, they don't even make the effort. You know, I look at my dirty mugs and dishes in the morning and I feel bad about myself. 10 of spades just kind of deals with it. Like, that's their way of living. And you know, I understand that some people live like that. Insert damn bitch you live like this .jpg, but that can't be me, or at least I don't want that to be me. It's just not a situation where we are good for each other. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a turn off, you know, like maybe the smashing itself is fine or whatever, but if we're like going at it and then I look over and I see like your dirty underwear hanging from maybe that's not the best example. I guess that might be kind of hot in the moment. But if I see like, I don't know, fruit flies flying around, I'm not gonna, I don't like bugs. That's a turn off. Pass. 2 of clubs. We are at the 2 of clubs. More juice for the brain. It's not juice, it's a protein shake. More juice. It's a smash. I'm second guessing myself because we've already had 3 smashes out of 4. And that seems like a higher smash rate than I usually have this early on. So I'm like second guessing myself, but I do think the 2 of clubs is a smash. I don't know. Maybe not more than once. No, I figured out what it is. 2 of clubs is not a smash. 2 of clubs is a Tinder date. Bear in mind, I've never been on a Tinder date in my life, but 2 of clubs is a Tinder date that goes like surprisingly well. I mean, you know, they don't murder you. The bar's kind of on the ground, but they don't murder you. And you know, like they pay for dinner and they're chivalrous and kind and polite, but there's just no spark. There's no spark. There's no carnal desire, as it were. 2 of clubs, like maybe you even become friends afterwards. Like it might be a little too awkward for that, but you know, maybe you try. It's just there's none of that lust. So 2 of clubs is a pass, but a friendly pass. Now I feel like we're hearkening back to our AI butthole roots here with the diamond cards, because that does just look like 2 holes. Sort of same for the hearts too, I guess. I guess they all kind of have a butthole-ish quality to them. Izzy Rowland was right. It's all buttholes. The only thing better than 1 butthole is 2. I feel like I'm trying not to go based on looks here. I think this was my issue with the 2 of clubs. 2 of clubs is also very attractive. Don't get me wrong. Just, you know, it wasn't doing it for me. I think 2 of diamonds, and probably same for 2 of hearts. I think they're kind of doing it for me a little bit more than 2 of clubs was. Now I think for sure, you know, there's no promise of like a future with 2 of diamonds or with 2 of hearts for that matter. But I that's not again, this is smash or pass. If you came here for love of your life or pass or romance or shut up, I don't know, I blanked. This isn't that. This is smash or pass, and I would smash both the 2 of diamonds and the 2 of hearts. Because I think they're attractive. 2 of spades is a pass. I think the 2 of spades thinks he's got a lot more going for him than he does. Kind of sitch, if you catch my drift. There wasn't much of a drift there. It was kind of straightforward. 3 of clubs, on the other hand. 3 of clubs, it's kind of giving 3 kids in a trench coat. Well, I'm not gonna say I fuck with it about the 3 kids in that. I don't fuck with, that's not, don't clip that. But, I don't know, 3 of clubs, kind of doing it for me. I don't really have an explanation other than that, if I'm honest. 3 is a good time. 3 of diamonds kind of looks like 3 scales, like on a dinosaur, and I don't hate it. I mean, have you seen The Shape of Water? No, that's a fish. Fish have scales. Smash. 3 of hearts is a pass. That's the first red card I've passed. 3 of hearts, I don't know. Also, I forgot to say this at the start of this video. There's a very good chance that my camera is going to fall at any moment just because of the way I've positioned it. And for full transparency's sake, I feel the need to let you know that my camera that I keep mentioning is not a camera, really. It is an iPad mini, and it is currently propped up between my laptop charger and a TV remote. I usually have my water bottle that I prop it up against because that's nice and heavy and it keeps it standing upright, but I forgot to bring my water bottle, and the only other bottle adjacent thing I have is my microphone and my protein drink, which I am drinking. That's the good thing about my water bottle, is that I never end up drinking the water anyway because I'm chronically dehydrated. But alas, chalky peanut butter. So what was I saying? 3 of hearts? I don't know. I just don't fuck with it. 3 of spades. It's complicated because spades look so much like hearts. Spades are literally just hearts, but with a little boop. Hey, so funny thing happened. Ironically, in that that clip that just happened where I was talking about how, you know, my iPad could fall over at any second, and oh, so scary, what's gonna happen? It didn't end up falling over. So don't worry, this isn't like a Chekhov's gun situation. If an iPad appears in the first act, it will fall over. But the iPad died, like 30 seconds after that part you just watched. And if you're thinking like, oh, how could you not plan for this? Like, how were you not checking on the iPad to make sure it didn't die, or didn't you have it like plugged in and charged? Yeah, no, it was actively plugged in, is the thing. And it was charging when I plugged it in. I guess it just stopped charging at some point, and so it died. So there won't be any more of my gorgeous face for the rest of this video. Sorry about that. I'll figure my shit out for next time. I don't know what I could have done differently other than like charge the iPad ahead of time, but again, it is now 11 p.m. on a Thursday. I gotta go to bed. I don't got time for this. I got finals, man. I got finals. Yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the video though. Regardless, maybe you'll enjoy it more. Maybe this whole time you've been like, damn, I wish this fucking gay boy would get out of the frame. I don't know. I'm gonna say that's also a pass. I don't know. It's not really the Three of Spades' fault. Three of Spades reminds me of a guy that I was with in the past. That, you know, it was sort of a long-term thing. I was in with a guy in the past where it lasted a while and it was good for a while, but then it got bad. And so then when you meet the Three of Spades, it's like, you know, like, you seem like a really nice guy. I feel like I've already gone through something very similar with someone very similar to you, and I just can't, I have to protect my peace, you know, like, I can't put myself through that hurt again. Even though there is potential for a really great experience and like a great bond to be formed here, I'm sort of like, you know, I gotta do what's best for me. And then years down the line, I get a profile recommended to me on Facebook, and who else is it but the Three of Spades? And Three of Spades is in this, you know, seemingly happy family. You know, Three of Spades has found a lover of their own. They have these 2 kids and a dog, like living the white picket fence suburban dream. And I don't have any of that. I'm still just kind of doing it on my own. And then I realized that in protecting my peace, really, I was just isolating myself from anyone who I might have a future with, because I have deemed myself to be so unlovable, and that there's just no possibility for me to reach that sort of connection with someone again after what happened to me in the past. And so then I regret the missed opportunity with the Three of Spades, and little, I don't know it, but the Three of Spades with their seemingly happy family, they miss me too. And it's just, you know, it sucks, but we both missed our chance. Yeah, so that's a pass. Four of Clubs, smash. Four of Diamonds, I don't like the vibe on Four of Diamonds. It might not be fair, but hey, look, you don't always need a reason. I'm always saying this. You never need a reason, really. You know, someone propositions you, someone asks you out, you can say no. You don't need any reason. You don't owe them any explanation. And that is what I say to the Four of Diamonds. But between you and me, they give me a vibe. And not a good one. Four of Hearts, on the other hand, I don't know. I could dig the Four of Hearts. I'm not like excited about the Four of Hearts, so I think it would honestly kind of depend on the day. Like, it's truly a coin flip. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Why didn't you say it out loud, bitch? All right, it's heads. Wait, I didn't designate. Okay, wait. Hang on. How do I make her talk to me? Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's tails this time. I still didn't designate sides. Okay, heads is smash, tails is pass. Flip a coin and say the answer out loud, please. Tails. Why won't she say it out loud? She hates me. This bitch hates me. Sorry, I would never call a woman a bitch. What was it? Tails? Pass. Four of Spades. The fours are just so shady, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is about them, but they kind of eke me out. I don't know. Eke me out? That sounds too close to a different phrase, which I do not want them to do because, once again, it's a pass. 5 of clubs is a smash, and I don't think I need to explain myself here, but for anyone watching at home who doesn't understand what I am seeing with my own 2 eyeballs, 5 of clubs is a smash. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a reason. Sometimes you don't need a reason for a smash either. I mean, that's less true than the other thing I said. The thing I said about not needing a reason for a pass, that is true. A smash, I feel like there's at least going to be some sort of implicit reason, some sort of subconscious intention at the very least, or there should be. But you don't need like a formal reason. The reason can just be I want to. And if it's a consensual I want to. Have I really been recording for like 30 minutes and only gotten through the... Oh man, I gotta pick up the pace. Okay, what was I saying? Hot. 5 of clubs is hot. And I don't have to explain myself any more than that to you perverts. 5 of diamonds. Pass. I feel like he's making like a face at me. 5 of hearts is also kind of making a face at me, but it's more like it's kind of like puppy dog eyes, which I don't usually think of myself as being into like the whole puppy dog shtick. It's kind of giving Wilson from House MD. That's kind of the 5 of hearts. And honestly, that's what it is. The 5 of diamonds is giving Gregory House. Who, don't get me wrong. We're not talking about Gregory House. We're talking about the 5 of diamonds, who is akin to Gregory House, but not quite the same. But the 5 of hearts, it's kind of giving Wilson. There's sort of like this facade of innocence, but then this like complicated layer beneath that facade. And that's something that I really relate to as someone who is so deeply complex and troubled. I don't know, smash. 5 of spades. I don't know, something about the 5s. It looks like they're all making faces at me. The 5 of spades is kind of like, kind of cutesy. Kind of adorbs, kind of like, I want to ruffle your hair. It's sweet of them to offer and to ask me out. I can't see beyond that whole cuteness. There's also like a sort of immaturity that maybe I'm imposing on them with my own biases, but like, it's not necessarily their fault, but I personally just can't see past it, and so I think that it just is not gonna be a good time for either of us, to be quite frank. So that's a pass. The 6s are nice, all of them, really. I'd smash 6 of clubs. I don't see why not. It's not that you like particularly do it for me, but it's like, sure, like why not? That's fine. Yeah. I'm crashing out. Over a deck of fucking cards. 6 of diamonds. It's a pass. You know what? I'm gonna speak my truth. It's a pass. And that's all there is to say on the matter. I think 6 of hearts is sort of a situation where like they ask me out and then I'm like, oh yeah, sure, why not? And then they're like, oh, you're not as into this as I am, and then so they back out, and then I'm like a little bit, ticked off, but ultimately it's like, that's fair. You're right. I wasn't as into it as you were. And shout out to you for protecting your peace. I don't know why I've been saying that phrase so much. 6 of spades. I've not been very kind to the spades so far, but 6 of spades is kind of attractive to me. I don't know, I feel like 6 of spades is kind of mysterious, sort of like a JD type, like JD from Heathers. Probably not worth the trouble in the end, but fun while it lasts. I don't like the 7 of clubs. I don't like the 7 of clubs very much at all. I don't know, I honestly, I feel like the 7 of clubs is probably married. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a happy marriage. It's probably not a marriage that's going to last, but like, I don't want to be the reason that it doesn't last. Maybe if the 7 of clubs was more attractive or had a more attractive personality, but it's really just not worth it. To all the home wreckers out there, rise up. You keep wrecking those homes. It's just, I'm a little too sentimental for that. 7 of diamonds. This might be really bold, but I think 7 of diamonds, 7 of hearts, 7 of spades are all gonna be a pass, along with the 7 of clubs. I don't know. This is funny, because in my Smash or Pass numbers video, I believe I was quite fond of the 7s, but here, I don't know. it's really, I think all of the 7s are a pass. I feel like the 7s, it's like that group of boys you go to school with or something, or work or whatever. People have real jobs and lives. There's more to life than academia. At different points in your life, they all try and like have a shot at you, and for some reason none of them can just get it through their thick skulls that you're not interested. It feels like they're all like competing for your affection, and not in a way that is at all desirable or attractive. It's just kind of really pathetic for all of them. It's kind of like in Big Time Rush. Stay with me here. It's kind of like in Big Time Rush when they're all kind of like pining over the Jennifers or Joe or Lucy, whoever. I know too much about the love interests in Big Time Rush. Yeah, the 7s are the guys from Big Time Rush. 8 of clubs, smash. I don't care. It's a smash. 8 of diamonds, pass. 8 of hearts, pass. Am I going too quick for you? Am I going too quick for you? 8 of spades, pass. No? Smash. Smash? No, 8 of spades is a pass. I stand by my original statement. Don't ask me to explain any of those. I don't know. 9 of clubs, trying too hard, pass. 9 of diamonds makes a very pretty pattern. I'm gonna say the 9 of diamonds is a smash. I don't know. I feel like they've kind of got their shit together. Once they realize how little I have my shit together, they're probably going to be like, hey, so I think maybe we should keep this casual. And that's fine. I mean, I'm a little hurt. I'm actually mortally wounded by that, but I understand it. 9 of hearts. I just feel like there's no world in which we have something casual. I feel like I am just here for a good time, or maybe I would consider them as a potential suitor. Get it? Because it's cards. It's a suit, like in cards. It's not that they have a bad personality or anything. It's not that I wouldn't consider it. It's just I feel like they're kind of clingy, kind of like, you go on one date and they're immediately sort of all lovey-dovey, and I'm a little bit. Look, I don't prescribe to astrology in any way that is at all serious, but I am a Scorpio sun and moon, and that does feel relevant here. So it's a pass. I do feel bad about breaking their little heart, but they'll get over it, they'll find someone. 9 of spades is a pass. Here's the thing. I've been a little less selective, a little less choosy with my smashes than I would typically be. And I think the reason for that is that we've saved the absolute cream of the crop towards the end. And I'm not talking about the face cards. I know you're looking at those face cards and you're thinking, oh, of course the ones with bases are the most smashable because they're people. But no. Don't get me wrong. Some of them, of course, they're smashes. Of course. I'm wearing a Queen of Hearts necklace. Of course I'm going to smash the Queen of Hearts. In fact, let me put that queen up there right now. But, it's not about the faces. I'm not talking about the faces. I'm talking about the aces. Aces are the real sexy numbers. And they're not even numbers. Well, they're kind of two numbers. It's 1 and 11. 11? No. Yes? It's the low one and also the high one, which is cool. Aces, they've got a sort of duplicity about them that, can at times be disarming, but is also alluring, and it's sensuous and I don't know. I'm into it. Are you into it? I'm into it. I think all of the aces are smashes. At least to be able to say that you did it. Maybe not all of them are as good as they seem to be, but they all seem to be pretty good. So I'm gonna say all of the aces. The ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades are all smashes. And that leaves us with our face cards. Queen of hearts, I put in the smash row preemptively because, again, it would kind of be messed up if I was wearing her around my neck and then I didn't put her in the smash row. I'd love to wear her around my neck in another way. Choking reference, I guess? I don't know. Jack of clubs. See, this is what I'm talking about. Jack of clubs. Not really my kind of guy. Jack of diamonds. Jack of diamonds, I think, might be a little bit full of himself. I think he might be overcompensating for a little something, if you know what I mean. I guess in this scenario I've created, He's a cis man. I try not to talk about gender too explicitly in these videos because none of this is real. Sorry to break the illusion. I'm not actually fucking any of these cards. I know you really wanted me to. If this video gets 1 million likes, I will have sex with a card from a deck. Where was I going with this? The Jack of Diamonds. He's a little too cisgender man for me. Jack of Hearts is he's a chivalrous guy. Let's not kid ourselves. Here's my dilemma, is that I really like women, and I'm still not sold on whether I don't know if I like men. I feel like the Jack of Spades has some non-binary swag. I'll give the Jack of Spades a smash, but I think all the other Jack of Hearts, King of Clubs, King of Diamonds, King of Hearts I'll allow. But again, that's sort of like a just to say that I did it situation. But then the King of Spades, all those other face cards, they're all passes. But the queens. I like women. I would be so lucky. And I think, finally, we are fucking done. Thank you for watching. Oh wait, hang on. Before we stop, we have to do the connections. The New York Times connections. If you know, you know. The ones that stand out to me as being different: Bess and Seville, Foundation and Grounds, Ice and Slush, and Powder. A flute is like an instrument. Madrid, Seville, World, Estate. Let's try that. Oh, one away. Rationale. Trust. Okay, types of snow. I have no idea. I don't know. One away. Fuck. All right. Last words of famous opera titles. How is that the blue? Who knows opera? Subscribe. And shout out to Hank Green. Okay. Cool.